Hi everyone. Today I'm going to talk to you about the country of Guatemala, since it's one of the countries that we are looking at this week, that one and El Salvador. So I'm going to tell you about it because that's where my family's from. That's where my mom is from, and she goes there every few months to go visit our family over there. And so this time I asked her to bring me back something special. So she brought me these two little dolls that are up there. And she also brought me some pictures of her last vacation. So I'll show those to you too. I also have this book to read to you. Actually, I'm going to sing it with you. It's The Wheels on the Bus, but it talks about life in Guatemala and a bus trip to a market. And so actually we're going to get started talking about some facts about the country, but instead of starting at the beginning of the book, we're actually going to start backwards today. So we're going to look at the back of the book, and it's going to tell us some information that we need to know about this country. So the physical features of Guatemala, this is what the country looks like here. That's a map of what it looks like, and it says it's a small tropical country, and it has a lot of jungles, mountains, and mountain lakes. On its coast are coral reefs and volcanic beaches. The only flat region is near the coast. So I wanted to show you where Guatemala is on the map. So the big red country that's at the top, that's the United States, and that's where we live. And if you could see on the side, there's a word that says Losangeles. It's a little bit small, but it says Los Angeles. That's where we live. That's where Redwood is. And then if you go down to the big country that's in yellow, that's Mexico. And that's the country that we studied last week with Miss Susanna. And then if you go under Mexico in green, that's Guatemala. And then if you go right under there, there's a little country that's smaller in purple, and that's El Salvador. And that is the country that Miss Maria is going to be talking about next week. So I also read in the book that Guatemala has some volcanoes in it. So in this picture that my mom sent me, you can see a volcano in the background that she has to go by when she goes to different parts of the country. And this picture is actually taken from a castle. So another thing about Guatemala is it has quite a few old castles there. And I actually went there when I was maybe about 4 or 5 years old. So about your age, right before I started kindergarten, my mom took me there and my brothers and sisters, and we went to this castle. It's called Castillo de San Felipe. And I remember being really scared. I was excited, but I was also kind of scared because it was really big and it was surrounded by water. And we actually had to take a boat there. We had to go across a big lake and get there. But now thinking back on it, it was actually really exciting to go see a real live castle. Markets. Markets are a very important part of life in Guatemala. Every week, people travel from villages and farms to trade at their local market. Market day is like a fiesta, like a party or a holiday. All kinds of goods are sold, among them eggs, corn, tomatoes, birds, animals, and hand-woven items such as blouses, trousers, hats, and shawls. So this picture right here shows a lady, and it looks like she's in her booth and she's selling some things in there. I see maybe a lot of fish is what she's selling at the market. Here are a few pictures of my mom going through town. I think she was actually on her way to the market, and these are just some of the things that she saw on her way. And this is when she got back from the market. It looks like she's getting her things together. And here she's organizing all the things that she's bought, because her and her family like to go give out different foods and things that other people don't have a lot of money to buy. So here's her and my aunt handing out some food to people in their town. Chicken buses. People often travel to market on chicken buses, like the bus in this book. These buses are usually old American school buses enjoying a brightly painted new life in Guatemala. So I don't have a picture of a chicken bus for you that my mom sent me, but this is a picture of what it looks like in the book. And it looks like the bus that they use to travel to the market. Weaving. Guatemalan people, or women, wear a blouse called a huipil. This pretty woven blouse has traditional patterns sewn onto it in bright rainbow threads. Each village has its own unique patterns and threads. Weaving is an important part of life in Guatemala. So this is what a blouse looks like with the weaving on it. And back there, if you can see, the little dolls have some weaving on their clothes also. Money. Guatemalan money is named after a bird, the quetzal. The Maya were the first people to live in Guatemala, and they used the quetzal's bright and gaudy feathers as currency. The resplendent quetzal is the Guatemalan national bird. This is what it looks like. This is what money looks like in Guatemala. So in America, we have dollars that look a little bit different. And this is what they call a quetzal. And they also have coins that they use for their money. And if you notice at the top, there's the quetzal bird on their bill. And it's also on all of their coins that they have. Guatemalan flag. The Guatemalan flag has 3 stripes. White in the middle with 2 light blue stripes on either side. The blue stripes represent the Pacific Ocean to the west and the Caribbean Sea to the east of Guatemala. The white stripe symbolizes peace and purity. These are some other pictures my mom sent me of Guatemalan food. This one's called churrasco. This is chicken. This one's called hilachas. It's one of my favorites. These are called jocotes. And these are called plataninas. They're kind of like bananas. So now we're going to read the book. And it says, travel to Guatemala and join a busy bus as it journeys to the town on market day. So this book was illustrated by Melanie Williamson and sung by the Amador family. And actually Valentina and Isabella are also going to help me sing along to it too.
The bus starts up with a rumble and a crunch. The driver calls out, "We'll prepare for lunch." The bus starts up with a rumble and a crunch on the journey to the town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, over dusty ground, over dusty ground. The wheels on the bus go round and round on the journey to the town. The children on the bus all shout and play along the way, along the way. The children on the bus all shout and play on the journey to the town. The puppies stand up to sing and hum all the way with them, all the way with them. The puppies stand up to sing and hum all the journey to the town. The babies on the bus all start to cry, bouncing low, bouncing high. The babies on the bus all start to cry on the journey to the town. The wheel on the bus goes bang. A granny at the back says, "Never fear, Granny's here, Granny's here." A granny at the back says, "Never fear," on the journey to the town. The mommies on the bus have found the stair. It's over there, it's over there. The mommies on the bus have found the stair on the journey to the town. The people on the street help lift it high. More stop by, more stop by. The people on the street help lift it high on the journey to the town. The wheels on the bus go round again. Thank you, friends. Thank you, friends. The wheels on the bus go round again. All the wheels